Are you freaking out with what to do with all the student loan changes and how to be making decisions in this world of constantly evolving landscape of student loan planning? I want to talk about today 3 strategies that all student loan borrowers can take advantage of today to help them in this journey. So step 1 is to treat your mindset. Your mental health is of utmost importance in this journey. So how can we treat these student loan games as the games that they are and not the path to your happiness? I think if we can understand and come to terms with, hey, this is a debt that we got to pay back, let's figure out what a realistic path would look like for us in that if we did have to go that route. But hey, if we can play the game and try to get forgiveness through these different programs, it comes with a different sense of emotional attachment to this. So I think the more that we can detach from the outcome of the forgiveness, I think that the more healthy that relationship will be. The second strategy to be thinking about is consider switching over to a repayment plan that's actually written into law. There's certain repayment plans like the income-based repayment plan and the standard 10-year repayment plan that are both eligible for programs like the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, but they're actually written into law to count towards the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, and they're likely going to face the least amount of changes as compared to other regulations that were put out by the Department of Ed. We'll also put a link here that you can see the Department of Ed actually put out a chart of things that were created by Congress in law and things that were put out by the Department of Ed. And so I think they're also seeing that those things that were put out by the Department of Ed could face some litigation or changes in the future. So definitely some things to be thinking about there. Lastly, don't forget to advocate for reform. I think everyone can agree that the student loan whole entire environment is a total mess in our country. And so I think the ways that we can advocate for reform are really trying to advocate for existing repayment plans and forgiveness plans to stay in existence. A lot of our borrowers took out money on the basis that they were going to be able to get forgiveness on their loans for various programs if they hit certain metrics. And they weren't insignificant. It's like you pay on this for 20 to 25 years of your life, or this you work at this type of hospital for this many years, and then you receive forgiveness. If you go to a lot of the places that are giving out the loans, oftentimes on the same page of looking at what are the eligibility requirements for taking out the loans, they're talking all about the different forgiveness programs. And so I think it's a little bit messed up if they were to get rid of the existing repayment plans, because then that's not them following through on their word, which I think we want to. But I think advocating for future changes to the program, because this is a broken system, and I don't think that forgiving large amounts of loans is the answer to that, right? And I think it's putting people in a position to really be handcuffed to the government on what their repayment looks like and where they can work and what they can be doing. And so it's a really limiting world. And so I think we need some reform in how much people can take out and what are some actual benchmarks that people should not be able to take out more debt, right? Obviously, someone who is going to have the income potential to make $600,000 should be able to take out more debt than someone who's only able to make maybe $150,000 to $200,000 in their career, right? So there's no basis for that currently. So I think we need reform with how much people are actually able to come out. And I think we can actually take some notes from the business world. When you come to take out a business loan, you got to show them a business plan. How are you going to repay this loan? And they look at the business itself and how would that bank be able to get that money back? And I think our government should have that same fiscal responsibility that banks do when loaning businesses money. And that's what we want to be advocating for in that new reform, so that the new generation of borrowers aren't faced with these same crisis situations that our clients are dealing with right now. The other thing, we also want to help advocate for reform on society's relationship with debt. People have really normalized debt in our society, and I think it's to the disadvantage of a lot of the younger professionals that don't know better coming into this world and just assuming that debt is the answer to that, but really they are inadvertently pre-committing future dollars, maybe far above what they might even be able to earn in the future, which is a really, really sad situation for our healthcare workers that are already making so many sacrifices to take care of us in society. So I think advocating for more education on how can we reform our relationship with debt in our society. Hopefully these are some strategies that you can take in your own situation to really help you gain some control in this world of student loans that, seemingly almost uncontrollable at certain levels. So if you have questions on your student loans, we'd love to come alongside you. If you don't have a professional helping you, we really highly encourage you to have someone who's keeping up with this. I feel like this stuff is changing on a week-to-week basis, and so ensure that the people that you're seeking counsel from are up to date with the latest changes, because even if we have an advisor that's out for a couple weeks, we have to debrief them on all of the changes that have happened over the last couple weeks that they were out. So really important that you're working with someone to have a good global understanding, to know how you can make decisions with the least negative impact to your overall financial plan. So looking forward to chatting with you, and hopefully this is helpful. Take care.